Welcome to a new deep dive. You ever play a board game with someone who, just openly cheats?
Oh, yeah, the worst.
Right, like you calculate your moves, you follow the rules, and they just skip three spaces and claim victory.
There's this visceral sense of injustice there.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
because you played by the book, but the book didn't actually protect you from a bad actor.
Yeah, and our mission today is to unpack a piece of text that really captures that exact frustration. We're looking at Psalm 43 from the English Standard Version.
Just 5 verses?
Yeah, just 5 verses titled Send Out Your Light and Your Truth. But it outlines this massive, like incredibly relevant psychological and spiritual journey.
Well, the brevity is what makes it so potent, right?
Yeah.
Because it moves from absolute despair to, well, this active resolution in just a few lines.
Yeah, and when you read the first verse, you immediately feel that board game frustration we just talked about.
Oh, definitely.
Because the author is pleading for vindication against, quote, an ungodly people. And they're asking for deliverance from a deceitful and unjust man.
And the author really allows themselves to express a profound uh, cognitive dissonance in those opening verses.
No, so.
Well, they claim they have taken refuge in God, yet in the exact same breath, they demand to know, why have you rejected me?
Right, yeah.
So they are actively interrogating the gap between their belief system and their actual harsh reality.
It's surprisingly raw. I mean, you expect ancient religious texts to be, I don't know, polished and perfectly pious.
Right, totally.
But here they are flat out complaining, asking why they have to walk around mourning because of enemy oppression.
But that complaint, that's exactly what makes the pivot in verses 3 and 4 so striking.
The pivot.
Yeah, the narrative just completely shifts away from the external threat.
See, this is where I get confused, because if I'm being oppressed by a deceitful person, my instinct is, well, I want a sword. I want my enemies stopped. But the author doesn't ask for destruction. They ask, send out your light and your truth, let them lead me.
Right.
So why ask for light and truth instead of like a giant shield?
Because the author has realized that their ultimate goal isn't just physical safety or, seeing their enemies punished.
Okay.
The text actually specifies where the light and truth are supposed to lead them. It's to the holy hill and the dwelling.
Ah, right.
They want to get back to the altar, to what they call God, my exceeding joy. The oppression hasn't just threatened their physical life, it's severed their connection to joy.
Wow. So that internal state is what they're desperate to restore.
Exactly.
They just stop complaining about the cheaters and literally ask for directions back to joy?
Yes, which sets up the next part perfectly.
Right, because then verse 5 turns entirely inward. It says, why are you cast down, O my soul, and why are you in turmoil within me?
It's a fascinating shift.
Oh. But wait, are we just like projecting modern cognitive behavioral therapy onto an ancient text? I mean, did people really conceptualize mental health as splitting their consciousness to talk to themselves back then?
Well, it's not a modern projection at all. It's actually a demonstration of a really ancient understanding of agency.
Okay, how does that work?
By commanding their soul to hope in God, for I shall again praise him, they are shifting from an external locus of control.
Like complaining about what others are doing.
Right, exactly. They shift from that to an internal one. Think of it like a pilot manually overriding an airplane's autopilot during severe turbulence.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
Yeah, the author's taking conscious control over an automatic emotional spiral.
So the linguistic shift itself, going from complaining to actually commanding the self, that interrupts the panic.
Precisely. Because the author isn't waiting for, a booming voice from the sky to answer the questions they asked in verse 2.
They're answering it themselves.
Right. By acknowledging the turmoil, but instructing the soul to hope anyway, they are actively manufacturing resilience.
Like rewiring the stress response in real time.
Exactly that. It's a mechanism for rewiring that immediate stress response.
It's incredible. In just 5 verses, we move from a desperate cry against deceit to a deliberate request for guidance, and then we land on a conscious manual override of the soul.
Yeah. The text doesn't ignore the injustice around you, but it forces you to choose where to direct your focus next.
Which brings up a slightly uncomfortable thought to leave you all with.
Oh boy.
When you find yourself in turmoil, it's easy to assume you are the one playing by the rules while everyone else is cheating.
Always.
But if you actually pray for ultimate light and ultimate truth to be sent out, well, are you prepared for the possibility that the light might reveal you are the one who has been deceitful and unjust?